nothing.
Hey, you guys. Hi, Down South Stitcher. Hi, Camille. How are you two doing? Thank you guys so much for all your help. Wow. You guys really helped me out a lot. This is a lot of work, and I wouldn't have been able to do this without you. How y'all doing? Hi, Retretta. How are you, beautiful? Hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Turned out to be a beautiful day outside today. I didn't get out there in it, but I'm cool with it right here. Just looking out the window is good for me. Oh. So welcome home. Welcome home. Come on in. Kick your feet up. Take your shoes off first. Then kick your feet up. Just got through listening to Danny's live. I'm waiting for Fonda to come in here. Waiting for Fonda. I had a nice little surprise from her. I done burnt a hole in my mic. Ooh wee. It's okay. It's okay. I hope all is well with everyone. Hope all is well. Let me make sure I got everything set up. I got everything set up real early this morning. Fonda, look what I'm wearing, my love. Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Fonda. You guys, this girl right here. Hi, LaWanda. This woman right here really caught me off guard. I got some wonderful birthday gifts in the mail last night. And Uncle told me to tell you thank you for his t-shirt as well. Oh, I was so surprised. You know I'm going to show them off, but I had to wear Angie today. Had to wear Angie. Definitely had to wear Angie. I am so excited, Fonda. Thank you. And my hat. I got my hat. I got me a Gucci. Look, I'm going to have to hide this from Uncle B. Hi, Q-Rock. Got my birthday card. Hi, Faith. And I got 2 more t-shirts. These are so cute. Uncle won't let me wear his, though. I got a Nike t-shirt. Here we go. Hold it up. And then I got this orange one. I love this orange one. Lay this here. This one says, God gifted me 2 titles, Mom and Grandma, and I rock them both. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Fonda. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. You know I'm going to rock these for the rest of the week. For the rest of the week. I don't know which one I'm going to wear tomorrow. Hey, boo. Who takes the time out to listen to Auntie Mickey? Y'all make my life easier because she has you guys. So I'm saying thank you from my heart. He means it too. He means it. Yes, honey, this black one is going. Angie Stone. Angie Stone. Let me see if I can stand up and show you the whole thing. Isn't that beautiful? in memory of the Queen of Neo Soul. That is beautiful. Yeah, y'all keep me out of his hair. Pardon the pun, baby, because your hair is gone now. I love a bald man, though. Super tight. That's right. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Fonda. That really touched my heart. It really did. Baby walked in the house last night and said, "You got a package." And I'm like, "What?" He handed it to me and I seen your name. I said, "Oh my God. Look at here, look at here." Hey, Barbara. How is it going? I'm so glad to see y'all here today. Today I'm going to actually continue on from where I left off yesterday with Dacara Thompson. I know that Danny did a live just now about her, but, I'm still going to proceed with what I have. Hi, Carmela. How are you, love? Maybe I ought to wear my hat now. Barry, I'm going to wear it before you do. I'm going to wear it before you do. Barry be wearing these baseball caps, but I'm going to wear it first. I got to tighten it up, though. Maybe I won't need to. Okay, let me see. Oh, here it is. See, I'm all discombobulated. I'm wearing my hat. I'm wearing my Gucci. Uh-oh, I just discombobulated myself. I gotta stop looking in the camera. I'm wearing my Gucci. Oh no, Lawanda, you overslept yesterday? I've done that before. Oh my goodness. How you doing, Nadine? What's been happening, Captain? Oh, this feels good. Oh, thank you, Q-Rob. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, definitely got to get that rest in. When you sleep like that, that means you really needed it. I've done that a few times. Woke up, thought it was the next day. And it wasn't. I have done that on so many occasions. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm going to definitely be sporting this. I got to stop looking in this camera though, because the camera is backwards. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to fix it. I'm funny about stuff like this. I got to fix it right. Make sure that this brim is... Cover my ears. All right. That's better. Yes, she did, Nadine. She did. I am so stoked. Hi, Chandra. Absolutely. This was a treat. And it's only Tuesday. It is only Tuesday. So, let me see. What else can I address before I go into Dacara? I can't think of anything else. This was my most important thing to address before I said anything else today. And I also put it in my community post. Yep. Well, actually, it fits just right. I tightened it up just right. Yep, it's just right. I just got to get the brim straight. And when you look into this laptop, it's a mirrored thing. So if I press on this side, it's not the side that I'm really looking at in the mirror. So it gets confusing. I have to look into a real mirror. See, if I press up this way, it does what it's supposed to do. So how was y'all's day today? I hope you guys had a wonderful day. I most certainly did. Got a lot done early. So I didn't have to wait until the last minute to scramble and get my live stream straight. I like to have it all set up in advance. Oh, you're so sweet, Fonda. Thank you. Hot. Is it hot there, Q-Rock? Yeah, it's kind of warm in here, and it's sunny out, but I don't know what the temperature is, but it just seems like I got this whole inner heater. Inner heater. It could be snowing outside right now, and I'd probably still be burning up. Ooh, this feels so good. Oh, and you know what? This might be TMI, but we family. I think I OD'd on Miralax. So if I gotta jump up real quick, y'all understand. Oh my goodness, what was I thinking? I was just trying to go. I was just trying to go. And I OD'd on Miralax. Hopefully I got it all out of my system. Uh-oh. For real. Ain't that awful? Why doesn't that stuff kick in quicker? Why does it wait 2 days? And you figure, oh, it didn't work. And then all of a sudden, oh, gotta go. I was up and down all night long. I said, I hope I don't keep my husband up. Because my goodness, I am really making too much noise up and down all night long. Man, this is awful. So if y'all happen to see me just turn off my camera all of a sudden, you'll know why. Oh boy, but the show must go on. Absolutely. And for those of you that are just getting in here, I got to show off my birthday present from Fonda, my Earth Angel. Oh, you had a doctor's appointment the next day. Q-Rock said cheese and peanut butter. Hello. But then again, it's going to put me right back to square one if I did that. Ooh, doctor's appointment the next day. Have you ever, now we getting graphic. Okay, so I can share with y'all. Have you ever had a colonoscopy? Bulk me up. That's right. Have you ever, put a 1 in the chat if you've had a colonoscopy? First off, just put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had a colonoscopy. All right. Hi, Tawana. How are you, sweetie? Yeah, them colonoscopies are no fun, are they? It's not the colonoscopy itself, it's the preparation. That big old gallon of gook you got to drink. Oh, it was a regular checkup. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. The prep. Well, listen, my last colonoscopy I had done, they made me drink 2, not just 1, but 2 of them things. Not good. Hey, don't leave the bathroom, but listen, I started taking it when they told me to take it and everything. I didn't eat nothing, didn't drink nothing but that stuff. Exactly, Nadine. It's worse than the actual procedure. But look what happened. My husband takes me clear across town to go to do this colonoscopy. They gave me the wrong address. My husband's going to park the car while I'm standing out in front of this building trying to figure out, okay, where is the office at? Because they gave me the address to go to, but the suite number didn't match what was on the street address. To make a long story short, I'm standing out on the street in front of the building calling the office saying, where are you located? Because I'm supposed to be there right now and this stuff is not done with me. And I had on white jeans. They gave me the wrong address. It was about 5-6 blocks away. And I was done. I said, I'm gone home. I'm not coming in there. I'm a mess right now. Thank you. White jeans. What the heck was wrong with me? I thought I was done. And then that stomach went, oh. And I'm like, oh no. I'm standing out on the street. Thank God I had a jacket that I could tie around my... Oh, I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I done told all my business now on YouTube, but hey, shit happens. Literally. A literal mess. Shitty mama. You can call me shitty auntie. Oh my God. It was awful. It was awful. I wanted to cuss that doctor's office out so bad. Yes, Fonda, we family. Oh my God. And my husband, he's so sweet. He was like, just get on in the car and let's go. I know he wanted to say, you nasty. Oh my God. Okay, now they have 2 8-ounce bottles to drink for the prep. Much better than the gallons. I know my second one is in 2 weeks. Oh, wow. LaWanda, listen, the stomach wasn't bubbling. It was literally boiling. It was boiling. I did go back home, Retretta. I had to. I had to change my clothes. Big time. I was so mad. Carmela, hit your refresh if you're on your computer. And you might be back a few minutes. That was awful. That was the most awful thing. I said never again. And they made me drink 2 of them gallon things. 1 is bad enough, but Lord, what are you trying to do? You trying to take all my insides out? All my inner organs are supposed to what? Fall out? That's not what I came here for. That part, Q-Rock. Oh my God. I'm glad I didn't do that. Why 2? I don't know. I do not know why they made me drink 2. But that doctor made me drink 2 of them. And I'm like, what is there extra up there that I don't know about? He trying to he trying to go to my tonsils. Man. Exactly. The things they make us go through. I'm like, you know what? Y'all ain't gonna be experimenting on me no more. That's what it should have been, LaWanda, 1 big pitcher. But no, they had me drink 2 big gallons. Lord have mercy. I'm telling you. Yes, well, I guess they were already clear, but they still told me to drink 2. And I'm like, why? The whole purpose is to clean it out completely until it's clear. If it's all clear by the first one, why would you make me drink a whole second one? You trying to kill me? Hi, Miss Purple. Oh, no, LaWanda. I'm sorry about that. Now it's buffering. You had to drink 2 as well, Tawana? That is so unfair. That is not cool. Hi, Pamela. How you doing, love? I forgot my appointment. I went to have a CAT scan twice. Oh, Lord. Wow. Ooh, that reminds me. I got to go in for a CAT scan, too. But it's not until next month, I think. I don't remember now. Oh, my God. That was a mess. That is, these doctors, they be playing. Barbara says, I haven't had one. The first one I haven't had one. The first one I had scheduled, I ate a full course soul food meal because they said nothing after midnight. And the second one, my blood pressure was too high. Oh my goodness. Call me Miss Shitty. Itty bitty shitty committee. Lord have mercy. Well, that's been my nasty for the day. Boy, that was nasty. What made me get on that subject anyway? Oh, because I overdosed on Miralax. Same thing. Lord. Well, let's see. We have 34 people in the chat. Can I get a like count? I can't tell how many likes I ever have. If you didn't get to hit the like button as you came in, please go back and do so. It'll push my little behind into the algorithm. I don't really like messing with these doctors since they unalived my sister last year. Child, I don't blame you on that one. 17. Okay, so we've got 17, 18 likes, and there's 37 in the chat. I think we could do a little bit better than that. 19 likes. Okay. It's getting up there. It's getting up there. 22 now. Okay. Okay. We doing okay. I went on Lady Letitia's platform earlier today, and I had Sardinia's twin. 25. Okay. 25. It's creeping on up there. 38 people in the house. I had Sardinia sitting up here. Hi, Mr. Phillips. How's it going, sir? I had, I don't call this one Sardinia. I call this one Sardinetta or something like that. I can't remember. I give her a different name every time. Come out the bushes. We still will not see. Yeah, just hit the like button. Thumbs up button. Thank you, Down South Stitcher. But yeah, I had old Sardinia's twin over here. Oh, you know what, LaWanda? Them MRIs, I've never had one done, but I don't know if I could even do that. To be still in that little cubicle thing laying, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Hi, let's go. Excuse me, let's go slots. How are you, sweetie? Cernetta. Cernetta? Is that her twin's name? Cernetta? Or Sarnetta? Sardinetta? Sardinetta. Sardinetta. She do look better. I gave her ponytails. Would you guys like to see her ponytails? Like her twin? I'll go get her. Let me go get her so you can see her new ponytails. There we go. Sardinetta. She's got a new hairstyle. She's got pigtails. I hooked her up. How's that look? Sardinetta. You don't have to be the only one sitting in the corner. You can be on YouTube just like your twin sister. Okay? She doesn't talk back, so I let her come sit up here with me sometimes. Ooh, your hair is a mess. Ooh. Is this what you have to go through with her? This matted stuff? Ooh. You thought I was talking about a person? No, Q-Rock, this is Sardinia's twin sister. Hi, Crystal. Yep, she's got her little ponytails done and everything. Just like her twin. Kind of hard to see with this t-shirt in the way. Retretta said, what? I think I pulled this one down. There we go. That's just going to have to do. But you know, you like her little bow? Got her little bow in the hair. So yes. She sits here with me every now and then. Keeps me company, scares the rodents outside away. And anything else that's running around that, you know, like crows, pigeons, birds of any kind that are not welcome here. So she has a tendency to smoke too, as you can tell. So yeah, she's just chilling with me. I have given her a lot of airtime. Yes, I give her a lot of airtime. What is your pet owl's name? Her name is Sardinetta. She's the twin to Sardinia. No, she don't smoke blunts. I don't have that. Mm-mm. No. This one ain't even lit. It's just there in the mouth. Yes, this is Sardinetta. Sardinia is in Canada. Hi, Anthony. Yes. Yes, Catherine. Sardinetta. Yes. Yes. So I figured, until the other one obeys or acts like she got some common sense, I'll just sit here and chill with this one. How's it going, Anthony? She smokes on screen. But she's not smoking. It's just sitting there in her mouth. So do Sardinia and Mother Jones get along? Mother Jones has not really. Well, she met her one time and then she went back to heaven. She said she couldn't take her no more. She one look at her and she was like, I'm out of here. She was going to help, teach an etiquette class, but it didn't happen. So Mother Jones took that midnight train to heaven. She went on back. Oh my God. But anyway, I'm gonna sit her back over here. She's you taking up too much screen time here. But she is kind of cute. I did 65 minutes on the elliptical machine and 25 minutes on the treadmill today at the gym. Good for you, Catherine. Good for you. Child, I wish. Let me go put this thing back up. Hold on. She's had her 5 minutes of fame for the day. Yes, Mother Jones will come back soon to see you guys. Thank you, Catherine. It came from Fonda. It was a birthday present. You like it? It's in memory of Angie Stone. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, Fonda got this for me for my birthday. Angie Stone. Let me see. Can I pull it up? Thank you for the memories. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. And she got me this hat too. It's Thursday, day after tomorrow. Yeah, so it was a very pleasant surprise last night. I got a present in the mail. And of course, my husband got his t-shirt too, but he won't let me wear it. Yes, thank you. It is beautiful. It is very beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. Thank you, Catherine. Who is that to your left? Oh, to the left. Everything I can't stand to the left. No, this one's no problem. That is Sardinetta, twin sister to Sardinia. I gotta write her name down because I keep forgetting her name. Where's my pen? Let's see. Sardinetta. There we go. I won't forget now. Good to see you're outstanding, Anthony. Good to see it. Good to hear it. Y'all know Queen Angie used to rap and was tight. Yes, she was. How do you remember her name? I had to write it down. I keep forgetting it, so I had to write it down this time. Where is Sardinia? Sardinia's in Canada. You know, that thing up there in Canada. Yes, Auntie is going to be 63 on Thursday, Anthony. Can you believe it? 63 years old. God is good. Man, there was many a time I never thought I'd see this age. But he saw fit. He saw fit. Keep me around. Don't look at it. Oh my goodness. Yes, he is. And Fonda got me this Gucci hat. Y'all like my Gucci? I got my Gucci. Yes, 60 Club is amazing. 60 is the new 40. 60 is the new 40. So technically, well, not technically. I'm almost the same age as my son if I go according to that analogy. Okay, all right. Well, enough of that. We're going to pick up where we left off last night discussing Dacara Thompson. Thanks to Camille. Camille has been very instrumental in bringing this to my attention, and I totally am indebted to her for her bringing this to my attention when she did. Some of you may have even saw this at on Danny's platform. She was covering it earlier today. Thank you, Pamela. I know I caught that, and I have the video of that too. Thanks to Camille. Yes, Camille. Yes, you. Thanks to you, Camille. I have that. Yes. Oh, that's Catherine talking about exercise. I can't. I definitely couldn't right now. Let me turn this music down. It gets to be a little too loud when I want to talk about stuff serious. I'll leave it on in the background a little bit. So, I can't recall where we left off yesterday, but I do recall us talking about how people have been disparaging her name ever since this came out, ever since her body was discovered. Thank you, Camille. Ever since they found her body, and I found out today by watching Danny's live that there were 2 other women that looked very much like her that was also missing around that time. So it kind of answered a question to me that I had earlier as to why they didn't just bring her parents in to identify her instead of waiting around for, an autopsy of any kind. So it made a little bit more sense why they didn't do that, because there were 2 other women who looked very similar to her. And it could have been one of them as far as they knew. So because of that, they didn't identify her as quickly. So that kind of clarified that for me. But I'm still perturbed about this whole thing. The whole case sounds kind of weird. There's some unanswered questions that are glaring in our faces. And I haven't heard mainstream media talking about this at all, which really infuriates me because, and I hate to always be the one to bring this up, but if it was somebody else, they'd they'd be all over CNN, MSNBC, Fox, you name it. They'd be sounding the foghorns out about another person. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And because of my present condition with the Miralax overdose, I really don't want to sit here too long and take up all y'all's time. So I'm just going to jump right into this. Let me share my screen with you. Tell me if y'all can hear this. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear this okay. You guys can't hear? Hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold on, let me turn this music off. Okay, we ain't gonna have this. This happened before. Huh. Okay, let me get out of this screen. This happened before. I cannot have this going on. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this up as loud as I can. Y'all hear that? Okay. Let me exit out of here and see if I can get it some other way. Y'all, please forgive me. I don't know why this is going on like this. Huh. Tell me if you can hear this.
We start the tip with a Fox 5 exclusive. A neighbor of the suspect accused of killing Dara Thompson, talking tonight about the suspicious behavior he says he saw from the suspect in the aftermath of her disappearance.
And it comes on the same day that suspect appeared in the courtroom. Fox 5's Shamari still live tonight, equally with this exclusive. Shamari.
Can y'all hear this?
Well, tonight, that neighbor tells me that he is shocked just days after this case unfolded. I want to show you how close he lives next to the suspect's house.
Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear this, please.
You see right here, this is where the neighbor lives. And right here, this is the home where 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez lived. And police have a search warrant here at the suspect's house. They say they found blood stains, women's lingerie, hair from a wig consistent with one.
Okay, this is getting on my nerves already. So, Fonda, you can hear it. It's low. Down South Stitcher says it's low. Fonda, is it low to you as well? Or can you hear it fine? You never got my email, Lady of Elegance? I sent it back to you today. Wow, I don't understand this. Well, I'm not going through all this today. I am not going through all this today. Not today. Nope. I'll try it one more time. This don't make no dadgum sense. Hold on just a second. Okay, I'm going to try this one more time. Maybe it was because it was in Windows. We'll see. Okay, hold on just a second. Okay, now tell me if y'all can hear this. If you can hear it, put a 1 in the chat. Okay, you see it now, Lady of Elegance? Okay. I'm gonna play this one more time. Hold on.
Fox 5 exclusive. The neighbor of the suspect accused of killing 19-year-old Dacara Thompson is speaking out this morning. We're talking about Cody Parson here, who says that he witnessed suspicious behavior of the 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez following Dakara's disappearance.
Cody tells Fox 5 he lives next door to the alleged illegal immigrant who police say killed Dacara Thompson inside of his bedroom in a Bowie, Maryland home. Cody says early in the morning on August 23rd, he stepped outside of his home and saw something burning in the suspect's backyard. He says he still can't believe this happened.
I'm terrified. This could happen next door to my house, in my neighborhood. Like, my wife sits regularly in between the two houses and smokes late at night. This girl deserves justice. Whatever justice can be given in this world, she deserves it. My heart goes out to her family. I can't even imagine. I have a daughter myself, and I can't even imagine the grief that they're going through right now.
Police say they found bloodstains, women's lingerie, hair from a wig consistent with one Dacara Thompson wore, and a fingernail that matches one missing from Thompson's hand. An autopsy reveals she had skull and facial fractures.
Yeah, this is just really sad. ICE officials tell us that Hernandez Mendez is in the country illegally. U.S. Park Police arrested him in April on a DUI, but for some reason, he was released. Jacqueline?
Okay, this part bothers me very much because, for one thing, he was, of course, in the country illegally. That's a given. But the fact of this man having been arrested already once on a DUI, that was not cool. They really dropped the ball on this situation. They failed her. We'll be mailing your candles to you on Friday. This is my mini summer light. Oh, thank you, lady. Thank you so much. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate you. Okay, I'm going to play this for you. You guys have probably seen this as well.
All right, good afternoon,
Exactly down
everyone.
south.
We are here today to discuss the case of the 19-year-old Dacara Thompson. I'm going to turn this over to State's Attorney Tara Jackson. Thank you.
Good afternoon. On Thursday of last week, the Prince George's County Police Department arrested Mr. Hernandez Mendez and charged him with the murder of 19-year-old Dacara Thompson. He was presented before the commissioner and he was held without bond at that time, pending a bail hearing. Earlier today, Mr. Hernandez Mendez appeared before a judge for a bond review hearing, and he was again held without bond, and he will continue to be held without bond. I know that the public has been following this case closely, and there are a lot of questions and concerns about the circumstances surrounding Ms. Thompson's death and, frankly, the immigration status of the defendant. I want to emphasize first that this remains an active investigation, and I am therefore extremely limited in any information that I can provide today. But I'll say this. The goal of this office is to achieve justice for Dacara Thompson and for her family.
And justice does not mean dragging her name through the mud. Not by one iota. Dragging her. Too many people are out here already dragging her name through the mud as if to justify what happened to her. And that's foul. That is foul as all get up. Some people are trying to say she was out there turning tricks. Some people were out there saying that she was out there looking for weed. I don't care what she was doing. And I don't believe those are the things that she was doing. But even if she was, that does not make it right to take that girl's life. I got a few other things to say about this situation, but let me go ahead and play the rest of this before I get heated and get my mouth to running.
And that goal requires that my office have the ability to fully investigate and to thoroughly review any and all evidence in this case in order to make a determination regarding the appropriate charges for indictment. In addition, this office's primary concern is not the legal status of the defendant, or frankly, of any other defendant. My concern is to hold accountable people who commit crimes against the residents of Prince George's County. My job is to hold accountable anyone who commits a crime in Prince George's County against, again, our residents. At this point, there is not much more than I can say other than, as the state's attorney, it is my job to ensure that the process is fair, that it is transparent and in full accordance with the law. And we will remain steadfast in our commitment to achieving justice. Thank you.
Are there any other suspects that you're looking at? Any other people possibly involved in this?
Again, this case is under investigation, and so I cannot further comment as to the nature of any other suspects or any part of the investigation.
That poor mother, that poor father. Exactly, Faith. There is a lot of black people on YouTube dragging her name down as if we need this in the community. We don't need this in the community. Dragging your own. We got enough of that going on with the other people. Not to mention that her name needs to be out there on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News Network, anything that is nationally recognized. Her name should be out there just like they put all these other little clear people out there when they go missing or are unalived. We're going to go into that as well.
You feel you have a strong case when you say that?
Again, there were charges. The commissioner's office found probable cause. The judge has now held this defendant without bond. But as to the strength of the case, I can't comment on that at this particular point.
Jasmine.
Get paid to be real. Apply for InFocus.
I didn't know what to expect going in.
In terms of what's next, our office again has to thoroughly review not only the charges that were lodged against the defendant, but the evidence that the police have collected in this case and continue to investigate where necessary, along with all of our law enforcement partners. And we'll make a determination in short order as to the appropriateness of any charges and what those charges will be. And then we would present to the grand jury for indictment.
Has there been a cause in matter?
Hey, Jess. Hi, Dawn.
At this point, and is there anything holding that up, as far as that process?
At this point, I can't speak to that, but we will. I can't speak to anything else that was not revealed within the statement of charges.
Any other questions?
Would anyone from the family be willing to speak?
Would you get your name, please?
Carmen Thompson.
Carmen Thompson?
Yes,
And you are a?
I'm the mother of Dacara Thompson.
What were your thoughts in being at the hearing today? And our hearts go out to you for your loss, first off. What do you
Exactly,
want to say about
Faith.
this justice
Exactly.
I would like to thank the PG County State's Attorney's Office for the great service that they've been providing. I just want justice served for my daughter.
You know what? Faith. Wait a minute. Was that Faith that said that? Let me make sure I'm addressing the right person. Yes, Faith. Faith says, and I'm not saying that she was, but so if she was trying to get some weed, that's no reason for her to be unalived. Absolutely. And like I said on Danny's channel, I don't care if she was running around butt naked. That's still no excuse, no justification for what happened to her. I don't care what she was doing. That fool had no business taking her life under any circumstance. I don't care what she was doing. Hi, Marzella. How are you, my love? This it's despicable. The things that people are saying out here about this young lady. No, they only use CNN when they want black folks to follow wrong shit. Yep. Or not follow anything at all. They don't want us to be aware. They don't want us to be aware. We're not worthy of knowing what's going on in our own community. That's what they feel. If that's what she was even trying to do. We don't know. We know that we hear a lot of speculation, but what we do know is that she was unalived. What we do know is that it took place in that man's bedroom. What we do know is that there were a bunch of other people in the place that heard what was going down and said it sounded like somebody was having sex and one of them wasn't enjoying it. That's what we do know. That's what the testimony said. Or not testimony, I'm sorry. Whatever, they interviewed somebody in the house. Thank you, Marzella, for the $20 super sticker. God bless you, love. Thank you so much. Right. And Jess, those two have been recovered. They're not missing anymore. That was an old video. And since the recording of that Nancy Grace video, they're no longer missing. They have been found. They're fine. And this wasn't a boy that took her life. This was a grown-ass 35-year-old, looked like he was 75-year-old son of a bitch. Excuse my French. They've been found over the last couple of days. They're both no longer missing, and they are alive. Yes, because I mean, from the moment that Nancy Grace video was done, it almost seemed like there was a serial, you know what, out there. Hi, Benjamin Padilla. How are you, sweetheart? But yes, the slander that's going around right now on this young lady's name is reprehensible, and all it is victim shaming. Okay, Benjamin. Well, we'll be here. We'll be here.
Is, you know, as good as a family could be under these circumstances. So not so good. You know, we're trying to maintain.
Tell us a little bit about your daughter. She was 19, just getting started, a young lady out of high school. Tell
Yes,
us about her, please.
my daughter, she had just turned 19 years old prior to this unfortunate circumstance. She was working under Westmore's Maryland Year Service Corps option, whatever it's called.
LaWanda, they're no longer missing. So he wasn't a part of them missing. Yes, LaWanda, she is very strong. He's apparently Guatemalan, Benjamin. And he is an illegal. Yes, he's an illegal. Femicide. I like the way you put that, femicide. Yes, she is a very strong woman. Her and Dacara's father. Very, very strong people. They're back where they belong, I guess. They're back home, LaWanda. They're no longer missing, and they are not deceased. They're fine.
Program. She had just completed a year-long internship in which she was very successful. She did a great job. She was a kind of an outgoing, soft-spoken, kind young lady. She was a free spirit. She, you know.
Are you researching dental implants?
There's a lot of dental offices that'll talk about doing their teeth.
She was a good girl. She was a good kid. So there's been a lot of people disparaging her character on social media and things as such. Please don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything you hear. Out of respect for the family and us grieving, please, approach everything with grace. We would appreciate that.
Ma'am, do you have any thoughts about this notion that this guy was arrested by Park Police and released back in April?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
This man, Mr. Hernandez Mendez,
Yes.
was arrested by the United States Park Police for drunk driving in April 25th on the BW Parkway.
Mm-hmm.
He was subsequently released.
Mm-hmm.
There was no check of his immigration status or anything like that. There were no warrants at the time, no detainers. Mm-hmm. But he was in federal custody. And then he was released, and he is in the country without proper documentation, and now they've filed.
I'm very disappointed, finding that out now, because we may not be here today if they did what they were supposed to do.
Is there any indication that the victim may have known this person or crossed paths with him?
No, I didn't hear about that, Barbara. We'll probably talk about that on another day. Right now, we're on Dacara. I want to stay on subject, but yes, I'll definitely look into that as well. That sounds horrible.
Let me again say that I just want to be clear, and out of respect for the family as well, any questions regarding the nature of the investigation would be harmful to our investigation at this particular point. So I want to make sure that we don't delve into any of that information. I will say you asked a question earlier. As always, there'll be an autopsy that's performed as a part of the investigation.
Last question, Katie.
Carmen, and then a follow-up from Madam State's Attorney. The family often has a long journey after a crime like this happens. Yes. To relive the trauma as the case moves forward, and the victims have to outlive the crime itself. Is the family prepared for what's about to happen in the coming months? The grueling work of retelling the story, working with investigators, everything that's to come.
That's a tough question. That's a tough question because we know it's going to be extremely hard. We just ask that everybody pray for our strength through the process.
And Madam State's Attorney, the DC U.S. Attorney has blamed Maryland for crime in the district and for guns coming into the county. Have you seen any change recently given the surge in the district just across the border in Maryland, or anything that has been different after the national troops have been in the district?
All I'll say to that is that we continue to work with our law enforcement partners, both in Prince George's County and in the district, to make sure that that we're protecting the residents of this county. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for coming.
Yes.
Yes.
You are absolutely right, Benjamin. You're absolutely right. And it's not conspiracy talk. Trump is definitely trying to turn this into a police state, starting with blue states or blue cities. So we need to be very cognizant of what's going on in our cities, especially if they're blue cities. They're sending National Guard in to they're trying to go into Chicago. They're trying to go into Los Angeles. They're bringing them into the D.C. area. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But these immigration laws need to change significantly. And it didn't start with just Biden. I'm not going to blame all this on Biden. Because we got Trump, we got Obama, we got them Bushes. But this has been a problem for many, many, many years. And it's getting worse and worse and worse as time goes on. It gets worse and worse as time goes on. I want to find this this one. Bear with me for just a second. I mean, they really let this. They let this girl down. Hold on, just a second. I had this up, but for some reason, if you're in Windows, it doesn't. You can't hear it. Which one is this? Okay, this is the one I want. So, yes, Reagan started it. Ronald Reagan started it. Oh, Lord, this woman was just screaming in my ear. I'm glad y'all didn't see it. The system failed this girl in a major way. There is a channel I listen to, and this girl is really good. Totally different audience, so no competition for you. I'm not worried about competition, Benjamin, because everybody has their say, and I respect that. No worries, but I will share if I may. Her name is Michi. Did you want to come up, Benjamin, and tell us about it? Yes, Retretta. That judge let her down by letting that fool out when he got pulled over for a DUI, and they didn't even check his immigration status. They let him go. Had they arrested him for that DUI and kept him and found out that he was illegally here, he wouldn't have been here to do that to her. Okay, I'll check her out. But now, if Benjamin wants to come up on the panel and share what he's heard, he's free to do so. Benjamin, if you want to come up and share, please do. I can put the link in the chat if you'd like. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Not today. Okay. Okay. Okay, hold on just a second, sweetheart. Okay, I've dropped the link for you. Come on up, love. And I agree with that, LaWanda. Everybody in that house was probably an immigrant. An illegal one. Allegedly. It wouldn't surprise me, though. Why would you be so silent if you heard what was going on in the next room? Somebody had to help. I believe somebody helped that man carry that girl's body out. How did he do that on his own without being noticed? I'm just saying what I'm saying. ICE took one man. And that's why everybody was so quiet in there. Yeah, he had to have help. There's a reason they come over here. We are turning into a plantation. Things will be getting rough in several years. For me, in my humble opinion, these are the last. I believe it. Crystal, I put the link in the chat if you want to come up. He said, that judge should be sitting on a park bench in another country. Oh, this burns me up. Oh, okay, because I thought you said drop the link. Isn't that what I thought? Yeah, you said drop the link, please. So I thought you wanted to come up. Okay. I'm gonna, this. Okay, thank you. This particular radio show, she said a mouthful. Now, she didn't say everything I'd like to say, but she said quite a bit that made a lot of sense. I'm going to share this with you guys.
19 years old. That's how old Dacara Thompson was when she left her father's house in Lanham late one evening back in August 23rd, saying she was going to get gas. She never came home, sadly, and her family had searched desperately for 2 weeks, only to learn, as we found out last week, that her body was discovered off of Route 50. And today,
I was about to say, what's all that music about?
her accused killer, 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez, appeared in court. And here's our Phil Yakubuski, who was there today.
Dacara Thompson, a 19-year-old from Lanham, was found on a riverbank just off of Route 50 in Anne Arundel County on Sunday of Labor Day weekend. She was naked. Days before, her family reported her missing. Her car was found. Police say Hugo Hernandez Mendez of Bowie threw her body off of a bridge after murdering the woman. Video shows her getting into an SUV in a parking lot in Langley Park. An SUV, police say, was known to the suspect. U.S. Park Police arrested Hernandez Mendez for DUI on the BW Parkway back in April, but he was released. ICE has since issued a detainer.
Well, and today he's being held without bond.
You can't grow your podcast if you spend all your time editing. So let's edit faster with Riverside.
And like Phil said, they've issued a detainer on him, ICE has. I also read online ICE had issued a statement confirming that he is an illegal alien from Guatemala. And their words on X says justice will be served for this Maryland family. Now, Dakara's mother, Carmen, she stood outside court today in a T-shirt with her daughter's picture and hashtag justice for Dacara across the front of her shirt. And she described her daughter as kind, soft-spoken, free spirit, and she asked for one thing. She said, I just want justice served for my daughter. And she also said something that hit me in regards to being asked about finding out that this individual, the suspect, is an undocumented immigrant. She says, we may not be here today if they did what they were supposed to do. And she's right. This man had already been arrested in April by U.S. Park Police for DUI on the BW Parkway, and he was in custody. I looked at the documents. It listed him as arrested. The system had him. Yet instead of being held, instead of being turned over to ICE, he was released back into our community.
That's the problem right there. Someone didn't do their due diligence. Someone did not do their job. It don't take a rocket scientist. And I know this may sound racist, but if I sound racist, so be it. It's not, doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out of what descent he is. And we have an immigration problem in this country. If the shoe fits, put it on them bunion infested feet. Had they run him in the program to see if he was undocumented, they would have found that he was undocumented. He would not have been here to delete this girl's life. He wouldn't have been here. They failed this girl. And they continue to fail the people of this country by not, especially in the Black community. I'm going to call a spade a spade. But it's not just happening in the Black community. See, the problem is that if you are a certain demographic, they don't put it out there nationwide to bring awareness to for our community. They put it out there for them other communities, though. And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. They failed that girl.
And a few months later, Dacara lost her life. So I like to ask you, why isn't this story getting the same level of national outrage
Thank you.
and attention as Laken Riley or Rachel Morin or Jocelyn Nungari? All young women, all killed by men here illegally.
Oh, but what she didn't say, let me just enlighten you on this one. Yes, they were all unalived by undocumented people. But she's black, and these other ones were not. Let's go over this here. Laken Riley, just a year ago, February of 2024, in Georgia, she was unalived by an illegal immigrant by the name of Jose Ibarra. She was a white girl, 22 years old. I believe she was a student. All over the media. All over the media. Then there was Rachel Morin. She mentioned her as well. She's out of Maryland as well. April of 2023, she was out jogging. 37-year-old white woman. Unalived by an undocumented immigrant by the name of Victor Martinez Hernandez. Is there a parallel here? Is this starting to sound familiar? Undocumented. These names even sound the same. Then there was Jocelyn Nungaray. I can't pronounce her name. Nungaray. She was out of Houston, Texas. That girl was 12 years old. She was unalived by 2 suspects. Johan Jose Martinez Raúl, excuse me, and Franklin Jose Pena Ramos. Both were illegals. Excuse me. Two suspects were not eligible for the death penalty, unfortunately, under Texas law, because she was over the age of 10. She also was a white girl. But they had it all over, nationally. In everybody's living room that would turn on mainstream TV. All 3 girls, or women, females, Caucasian females, ranging from the ages of 12 to 37, were publicized nationwide. We hear about Dacara here on YouTube and a few local radio stations or TV stations here and there, but it's not nationwide outrage. Why? Well, I'm not making this up, and I'm not imagining anything. I'm not imagining a thing.
Is it because Dakara's family is from PG County and not like Georgia or Texas? Is it because, some commenters online that I've been looking at are already trying to smear her character by suggesting she may have willingly got into his car, or maybe even for money? And here's where I stop and say, even if that suspicion were true, so what? Does that make her less of a daughter, a person, a human being who didn't deserve to be murdered? That argument is nothing more than victim blaming.
Absolutely.
If you see this bar on the bottom right here, you
Oh,
can
she's
see
so cute.
they're so close.
and it distracts from the real issue. The
That's
fact
right.
is, here we go again. Another heinous crime committed by someone who shouldn't have been in this country to
In
begin
the
with.
first place.
So I'd love to hear from you. Why isn't this story getting the same level of national outrage and attention as some other high-profile cases? The number here is 410-467-WBAL, or you can text me at thegreenssolutionsremodeling.com text line at 410-467-9225. Now, I know what the naysayers are going to say, and I can see it coming through my text line. Oh, but immigrants here, even illegal ones, are less likely to commit crimes than native-born citizens. Fine. Let's say that's true on paper. But statistics don't matter when the crime was preventable.
Exactly.
If someone is here illegally, arrested, and then released, every crime that follows that moment is one crime too many. You know, you can quote me percentages all day long, but tell that to Dacara's mother. For her, it wasn't a number. It was her daughter's life. And yes, I know some people want to shift blame, all the blame to the U.S. Park Police or, you know, the federal government for dropping the ball after his DUI arrest. Sure, something fell through the cracks. But that doesn't erase the pattern we keep seeing over and over and over again. We're told to look the other way until tragedy strikes. And of course, this is still developing stories. We don't know all the details that occurred that night. As I was doing some research too, being that this was he was arrested on the BW Parkway too, was this individual, when he was arrested, was he released right there on the spot? Was he sent to, in many cases, because this happened in PG County, not in DC, was he then sent to PG County's Department of Corrections and then released it? We don't know. We're still trying to piece the puzzle here. We don't even know what year he entered this country yet.
Isn't that interesting? We don't even know how long he's been here, let alone all the rest of those people that were in the house. We don't even know how many people were in the house. One person there that was in the house heard what was going on in the other room. He heard what was going on. And if he can identify two people having sex and to say that one of them was not enjoying it, that girl sustained fractures to her face and head. That girl fought for her life. You mean to tell me they didn't hear that too? You heard some grunting, but you didn't hear no fighting? Come on, man. Make that make sense. That's some BS if I ever heard it. But again, we talking about people that are sitting here that chances are ain't supposed to be here in the first place. We don't know. I'm just speculating myself. Maybe he was protecting the illegals in the house. Maybe. But the bottom line is this. This country is really flawed in this area. And we got a lot of flaws. But right here, completely flawed. Faith said, and people at that Hyundai dealership have been under surveillance since 2023, and they just busted them in 2025. A lot of American jobs. Exactly. Why? Because they'll do it at a cheaper rate? Is that why? But in the meantime and in between time, they're causing harm to U.S. citizens that are legally and legitimately here in this country. And damn it, these police is going to have to stop playing around when it comes down to doing their job. Why did they not check to see if Mr. Hernandez was supposed to be here? If he was considered documented, then keep it pushing. But they didn't even check. Yes, LaWanda, I believe that to be true. And I'll tell you why. That man did what he did to her. And at some point in time, he had to take her out of that house. Now, if they heard what was going on in a closed room with the doors shut, where were they when he opened that door to carry her out of there? Who helped him burn something in that barrel or whatever, or the garbage can outside, that one of the neighbors happened to see someone burning something next door? What was he burning? Her clothes? He wasn't doing all this by. You can't convince me that all this went down by himself. You can't convince me otherwise that he didn't have some kind of help to cover. They had to see her come in the house. You mean to tell me that they all sitting there in the living room watching whatever they watching, and all throughout the house, and nobody seen her come in? Come on, man. Come on. They knew she was in the house. They knew she was in that room. Somebody told the police. Yes, I heard it sound like they were having sex, and someone wasn't enjoying it. These were not my words. It was his. Good question, Retretta. See, all we have is what they've said. But if you let somebody talk long enough, they'll tell on themselves. Now, they told enough to tell us that they knew she was there. You heard what was going on in that room. You didn't talk about everything you heard, because you ain't going to tell me. You ain't going to sit there and lie in my face and tell me that all you heard was sex. And that girl, from the injuries that she sustained. Hello, DeAndre. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you, my love. Y'all can't, they can't convince me. I don't care if they put their hand on the Bible. Absolutely, LaWanda. That's another thought. See, we don't know all of the circumstances, why that girl got in the car. How do we know that the person that had her get in the car didn't have a pow-pow on her? It wouldn't have been nothing for them to boom and drive off. Absolutely. They heard that girl fighting for her life. They found a broken nail. They found some of her hair. Faith says, ask yourself this question. Why do they come to live if they come and unalive American citizens? Who knows? But that's a sick individual that would do that. And it's even sicker to hear our own community drag this girl's character through the ground and through the mud without knowing all the facts. Oh, sweetheart, I am so glad. I don't care if you late or not. I'm glad to see you here at all, DeAndre. Thank you so much for coming. It doesn't make any sense to me. Number one, why he was pulled over a couple months prior on a DUI. They arrested him. We don't know if they let him go, just like the lady said. We don't know if they let him go on the spot, if they took him in, but they did not check him to see if he was legal to be here. They want to try to take care of stuff after the fact. They want to send people over there after the fact. Then they find somebody else over there that ain't supposed to be here. And then our own community is dragging this young lady's character. Oh, she was turning tricks. I seen a video. This one girl was saying, oh yeah, she was selling box. She was hoeing. You don't know that girl from Adam. How dare you? Or maybe you the one out there selling box. And you just assume she was too. How about that? See, some people, they put stuff on you that they already doing themselves. But I don't care if she was selling coochie. I don't care what she was doing. They had no right to take her life. He had no right to take her life. None. And you know the other funny thing about it? They say this dude's 35 years old. Have you seen this dude? He looked more like he's 55 than 35. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Demonic spirits. Absolutely, Retretta. Demonic spirits. But we living in a demonic country too. This kind of stuff is okay until it happens to their community or their family. Then it happens in our community, and what do? We victimize the victim. We victim shame them. What was she doing out that late? Absolutely, DeAndre. That was an old scratch, Barbara. That looked like somebody took a knife and did a scar face on him from up here all the way down. I question whether he was even 35. I question that. If he was, he sure enough did live a hard life. That dude looked like he was more 55. Hold on.
So here are the questions I'll put to you. Why isn't Dacara's, again, story being amplified the way other cases have been?
Mm-hmm.
Is it also possibly because it's not an election season? Is it because where she's from, who she is?
If your child has used Roblox, you might be owed significant compensation from a lawsuit currently under.
And do you think this crime was preventable?
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, who do you hold accountable? The suspect? I say yes. The federal agencies that release him? I'd say yes. Or the politicians who created a culture where immigration laws are treated as optional until blood is spilled? I say yes to that too. Or is it one more than the other? Because at the end of the day, this is about more than just one tragedy. This is about whether our leaders care enough to enforce the laws already on the books. We know how PG County works and their sanctuary policies. You know, I love to hear your thoughts. The number here is 410-467-WBAL, or you can send me a text at thegreenssolutionsremodeling.com text line at 410-467-9225. You're listening to the Angela Aviles Show on WBL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5. Here's what keeps gnawing at me since Friday. When I briefly mentioned the updated report on Dacara Thompson, I've been waiting for her name to break through nationally, but it hasn't. I haven't seen anything on MSNBC, CNN. There was a brief clip on Fox News, but I think it was more of a copy paste from the local DC station. And I was just waiting for it. I thought by Monday this would be making the rounds nationally, and it hasn't. Nor has Wes Moore been asked about it when he was on Meet the Press yesterday. Think about it. When Laken Riley was murdered in Georgia, her name was everywhere. Rachel Morin, everywhere. And even more so almost a year later when we found out who the suspect of, who killed her. Well, he's now convicted, but you get what I'm saying. And then there was the young girl, Jocelyn Nungare, the same thing. Lots of outrage, lots of national attention. And here we are, a 19-year-old girl, woman, young lady, right here from PG County.
Listen, I didn't hear nobody dragging this little 12-year-old girl, and she shouldn't have been dragged. But this little girl snuck out the house, 12 years old, and ended up getting unalived by 2 undocumented illegals. 2. And she snuck out the house. Did she deserve it because she snuck out the house? Of course not. Nobody says, oh, well, you know what? That's what hard-headed gets you. These kids they're so hard-headed they don't want to listen, and this is what happens. That wasn't said. Hell no, that was not said. But because this young lady who happens to be 19 years old, she's grown. Now, we ain't so old, we don't remember what it was to be 18, 19 years old. When you become legal, something in you just suddenly says, you know what? I can do what I want to do now. That don't mean we do crazy stuff, but you still exercise your right to be an adult, even if you're living at home. I couldn't wait to get out of the house. Man, I thought I was grown at 17. I'm going to tell you a little story about that later, but let me finish this and I'll tell you what happened.
Brutally murdered. And her accused killer, an illegal immigrant with a prior arrest. And the national spotlight, dim. Why is that? Why isn't Dacara's name on the lips of cable hosts, on the headlines of every national paper? Mm-hmm. Or flooding social media hashtags? Is it because she doesn't fit the narrative at the moment?
With Monday.com's intuitive work management platform, you have the power. Not IT, not admin.
We talk about, quote unquote, say her name in other contexts, so why not say Dacara's? I'm having some text messages here I want to read. Here's one said, it says, Chef Gaylor is why Rachel Morin made national news. He's a no back down, stand your ground, take care of my people elected official. We need more like him. Is it that? Here's another texter. It says, where's the moral outrage from Van Hollen and the rest of those who are helping to stop deportations? Yeah. Where is the statements from some of these elected officials? Now, I will read one statement. This is actually from Governor Wes Moore, and this was released last Friday. It says, our entire state mourns the horrible loss of Dacara Thompson, who was taken from us by an act of senseless violence. And he goes on to talk about, we are grateful for the dedicated men and women of law enforcement, including Maryland State Police and the Prince George's County Police Department. And it says, Dacara raised her right hand out of high school to join our most recent cohort of Maryland Service Year Option members, patriotic Marylanders committed to public service. She yearned to be part of our mission to solve big problems with bold solutions to her passion of the arts. So he does recognize the work that she was doing with this new program under Governor Wes Moore. But I feel that we deserve some more, some more responses, some more. We need to demand more questions. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Why is she not getting the national attention as other high-profile cases? Let alone, where is our senators? Where's Alsobrooks? Where's Van Hollen and Alsobrooks? Yeah, I said those two names. And Wes Moore on this. Now that we know that her murderer, the suspect, is an undocumented, illegal immigrant. The number here is 410-467-WBAL, or you can text me at the greensolutionsremodeling.com text line at 410-467-9225. And, you know, here's the second gut punch here, because I have seen comments on social media, people that are talking about this. You know, with the speculation that maybe she was willingly, she willingly got into his car. That's where people go, as if that erases what actually happened, as if a young woman making a questionable decision means she somehow deserved to be murdered. I can't believe people are like that on social media, on Facebook posts, on X.
Listen, I thank God that there was no social media out there when I was 17, 18, 17. She could have been me. She could have been me. I thought I was grown. I'm living in Oakland, California. First time living away from home. Oh, I thought I was grown now. I went to a corner store on Seminary Avenue, just a block away from my ex-boyfriend's house. 17. Thought I was grown. Grandparents had been telling me don't talk to strangers for all those years. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And I was very cognizant of what was going on around me, but there was just one time I wasn't paying attention the way I should have. And this is on a city street in Oakland, California, on Seminary Avenue. A car pulled up alongside of me, and the next thing I knew, I was thrown into that car. I didn't ask for that. Now, maybe I had no business walking to the store, and it was dark outside, but the streets were lit. It was just a store just down the street. I mean, literally a half a block and across the street. It's just a store. Dude pulled up to the curb, spoke to me. The next thing I know, I'm thrown into his car. He drove me down to Lake Merritt. and he graped me at knife point right by the water. And I couldn't even fight back. I was so terrified. I couldn't even fight back. Because all I could think about was, if I fight back, he's going to kill me. So I let him take it. I'm in my mind saying, oh, it's just a piece of pussy. If I walk away with my life, I'm blessed. And God must have been shining down on me, because you know what that man did when he got through? He zipped up his pants. He started up that car, and he drove me back to the very spot he snatched me from. And I can sit here and tell you this story right now, today, alive and well. And I'm about to be 63 in 2 days. If there was social media, would they say, well, that's what you get? You shouldn't have been walking down the street, a girl of your complexion in the hood. Maybe that's what you should. Maybe you would have. You know what I'm saying? By disparaging this girl's actions and don't even know what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? Did she deserve to die if she made a questionable move here or there? Because I'm going to tell you, we've all made some questionable damn moves in our lives. We've all made questionable moves. Ain't nobody on this earth made accurate decisions all the time. We've made some dumb moves in lives. That's what makes us human. But thank God social media wasn't out back then. Because what folks is saying about young ladies like her now, especially in our community, is a shame. Well, if you shouldn't have, wouldn't have, couldn't have. I'm hearing people talking about, well, what was she doing out that late? What do you mean, what was she doing out that late? She was grown. It was 10 o'clock at night when she went out. People got to understand, there by the grace of God go you or your babies or your grandbabies. You better be careful how you put your mouth on people. God gave me an opportunity to live through that just so I could sit here and say it right now to you. And there's only 36 people in this chat right now, but I guarantee you somebody is hearing this that needs to hear it. Anything could happen to you or your loved ones. Age don't mean a thing. But you know what? When you're protected, you're protected. We gotta pray over our kids. We gotta pray over our grandkids. And sometimes that's not even enough. Because whatever God's will is what God's will is. But if I hear one more person say that that girl was out there hoeing and doing all this other stuff without proof, I'm gonna go crazy. Because those are the very things that they could have said about me. And I didn't go out there to be graped by nobody. All I wanted to do was go to the store. I'm just waiting for somebody to come home. I don't know. I'm just sick.
That's what I've been seeing. But that's not reporting. That's victim blaming. And let's be crystal clear, even if those suspicions are true, it doesn't matter. A crime is a crime. A murder is a murder. She was a daughter. She was a young woman, a person. We don't get to decide someone's worthiness for justice based on whether we like their choices. So again, let me put this to you. Why do you think Dacara's name isn't being spoken nationally the way others have? And do you think the media cherry picks which victims they amplify? And if so, why? Do you think it's probably because PG County is lacking a sheriff, as this texter said, comparing her to Rachel Morin and the Sheriff Gaylor out of there, promoting her story to national news? And why are we so quick as a society to assign blame to a victim, especially a young woman, instead of focusing on the suspect who committed the crime? I'd love to hear your thoughts. This is Angeletta Velez on WBL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5. All right, let's go to the phone lines here. We've been talking about Dacara Thompson and her story as we keep hearing more and more come out about her accused murderer, who's an illegal immigrant here, and why her story is not making national news and headlines yet. Let's go with Michael from Westminster. Thanks for calling in, Michael.
Good afternoon. This is your Maryland next governor, Michael from Westminster. And I think you're being too hard on Raskin and Van Hollen and Westmore.
I'm being too hard?
Oh my God.
Sure, those guys are just great. And they're going to just be at her funeral. And Westmore's already said his thoughts and prayers are with her family.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with those people?
Yeah.
They ought to be out there screaming for that guy to be at the Inner Harbor on a gallows. This is just it's way out of control, and somebody needs to step up and put those people in their place.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, you guys. I didn't mean for it to go left like that. I honestly didn't. Because this ain't even about me. But I had to tell you that story because I'm hearing too many people giving this guy a way out, so to speak. And we know that's not right. But we got to do better. We got to do better. And social media has made it so easy for these keyboard gangsters to sit behind a keyboard and pass judgment on someone who's no longer here to defend themselves. I love you guys too. But this guy that just called into this radio station makes me want to spit fire. Because part of the problem is who's running this country. We can't solve every single issue when it comes to people out here doing god-awful things to young women. But those that have the power, those that's getting the big bucks, those that go out and campaign day in and day out so they can get these prestigious positions in politics, have a responsibility to try to clean up our streets some way, shape, form, or fashion. And we can't get every single individual off the streets, but damn gummit, this ain't a hard one here. This ain't a hard one. If you shut the door, they won't walk through. It's plain and simple. If you shut the door, they can't walk through. Now, we got a hard enough time trying to take care of the problems that we have of our own citizens doing heinous crimes like this. But these jokers don't even come from here. They don't belong here. They get paid the big bucks to work on our behalf. And whose behalf are they really working on? Ask yourself that question. Yes, our young girls have to be more careful, but dadgummit, these politicians got to do better too. Starting from that orange orangutan on down. I mean, from your congressmen, your senators, ombudsman, whoever holds a political office, they got to do better for the people that put them in office, and not just monetarily. One thing would be pretty much fixed in terms of our economy and jobs and stuff. If you take these illegals out of here, maybe Americans will have more jobs they can go for. Because at some point in time, when you start getting hungry, you're going to take whatever job you can get. Beggars can't be choosers. Quit making it so easy for others to sit there and be lazy. Quit letting it be easy to keep your hand out and say, gimme, 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 gimme. Get up, get out, and get something, damn it. And you ain't got to be a member of any political party to have that mentality. Don't the Bible say if a man don't work, a man don't eat? I was raised in a Democratic family, but you know what? My grandfather still got up every day and passed his retirement age and went to work every day. We've lost that. We've lost that. We'd rather let Jose and Armando and any other Ando come over here and do the grunt work that we don't want to do. Enough. Quit being so doggone picky. If you're hungry, go to work. If a man don't work, a man don't eat. Now, I understand there's people out there that are not able. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about some of these people that go out there and manipulate the system, get them crazy checks so they don't have to go to work. Everybody knows somebody that got a crazy check. I know I ain't the only one in the building. Career welfare recipients. And all the while, in our community, they focus on doing that to us to keep us down. To keep us down. You don't see all these handouts, even though statistics show that the welfare system is more inundated with Caucasians than any other demographic. Now, don't let that fool you either. But there's just something about our community. They want to be us, but they hate us. And I'm not saying all of them are like this. I'm just saying, in a nutshell, everything that this culture has to offer, every art form, music, swag, clothing, you name it, came from us and us only. Until somebody came along and say, oh, that's really cool. I'm going to do that. And once they start doing it, then they take it for themselves and act like they created it. Take. And you want to hand us scraps. Quit relying on the scraps. It's time for our people to get up, get out, and get something. Despite the odds, despite what them other clear people are trying to do to keep us down, get up, get out, and get something. And dadgummit, we got to protect our kids. at all costs, because clearly they're not. Clearly, they don't care. We gotta care. But I'll tell you one thing the Bible tells you, and it's gonna come to pass. They're gonna realize it one day or another. The last shall be first, and the first shall be last. Y'all can take that one with you.
The guy was out on a no bail, which is advocated by Wes Moore and by
Well,
Brandon Scott.
let me stop you there, though, because and we don't know all the details, but he was arrested by U.S. Park Police. According to the PG County executive, this individual was also released by them. I don't know if that is factual, right? So people will probably push back and say, well, this is under Trump's administration, his U.S. Park Police. But at the same time, yeah, I would just say this is a repeat. We've seen this over and over again, regardless who's responsible.
Well, Maryland has 4 women that have been murdered by illegals. And how many more are we going to suffer with? Is this a Ted Bundy thing that we got going on here, and we're being supportive of it?
Yeah. And the question really goes back to, these sanctuary policies that a lot of the counties have accepted for a long time. Thank you very much, Michael. Michael's running for governor, future governor. But yeah, where is the outrage here? A lot of people are texting in that, the obvious is due to the color or skin. And I hate to say that is facts. But, the difference with a lot of these other cases that made national headlines too also came about during an election year, and it became very politicized. Is it also possibly because it's not an election season and because Wes Moore is potentially running for president, that this would be a stain on his record? And that's why he's, not saying.
I'm not buying that. To hell with election season. Here's the deal. If it was election season and it went down, they still don't report on us. So election season ain't got nothing to do with this. They could care less if it's election season or not. They don't report on us nationwide.
Anything more than the thoughts and prayers statement. But again, there's a lot of information that we don't know. One of the things I did bring up on my show on Friday as I was doing some research is that it's quite possible that this individual, Hugo Hernandez Mendez, after his arrest was sent to Department of Corrections in PG County because he was arrested in PG County. However, we don't know that. All we do know is that he was released. He was also found on him that night with a driver's license, a legal one, mind you, although it had been suspended, expired.
Wow.
And in DC, it was actually a DC license. DC, you can get, if you're undocumented, can get a driver's license. Or also what I do know, because we, where I used to work, we had sponsored people from overseas. Your driver's license would also expire the day that your visa expires. So apparently it was expired for quite some time. We don't know how he got here, how long, if he overstayed his visa, if he was ever issued a visa. We don't know the details yet, but hopefully we will do soon. And it shouldn't matter at this point who's to blame. And I'm pretty sure a lot of Democrats in our state are going to point fingers at DC and vice versa. maybe that's the reason why this hasn't made national attention yet, because there's still a lot of details that have yet to come about. And I hope some people ask the right questions. Here's another, let me read this text and give a response to it.
Thank you, DeAndre. Thank you so much for coming by. I love you. You come back soon.
This text says, there isn't a national outrage because Dacara Rose Thompson doesn't fit the narrative of the current administration. She is Black, and the U.S. Park Police under the Trump administration let her go. The Democrats can't run with this because the U.S. Park Police did the same thing that the PG County Police have done for years. Therefore, Dacara has no advocates, no one to stand up for her. To me, this highlights that nobody really cares. Each party just uses these situations for their own personal gains. That's from Michael from Baltimore. And I think you're right about one thing, that both parties are guilty of playing politics with tragedy. And we've seen it with Van Hollen having a margarita, right? With that family man, the family father in El Salvador, right? But we don't have a message or any outrage from him at this moment. And vice versa. But here's another thing. Dacara, like you said, she doesn't have advocates, and she does deserve advocates. I hope by me just bringing this up is a plea for those to take a stand and advocate for her. And the fact that the national media isn't giving her her story oxygen doesn't mean the rest of us can't. If we only speak the names that fit a partisan talking point, then we're part of that problem too.
Oh. Well, I pretty much think that explains itself. She said it toward the end of her show. She could have said it a little sooner and put a little bit more emphasis on it, because it's more than just some politics here and there. This is a cycle that has been going on for generation after generation. And they don't care about us. But we got to start caring about us. That's the bottom line. We got to start caring about us. If we don't get the word out, who will? If we got social media at the tips of our fingers. We got to do better than defaming somebody. Put your fingertips to a little bit better use than defaming someone that has been a victim. I don't care what that person may or may not have done. That may have been stupid at the moment. That's like a mother upholding her child when she knows he's wrong. Same thing. Some will cover their kid just because they don't want to turn them in. And I think that's exactly what happened that night with the rest of the people in that house. Somebody made a decision, and this is just I'm going to say allegedly, but let's use plain and common sense. Let's use plain and common sense. And what she's saying is, your fellow man can see them doing you wrong, but he won't say nothing just so he can keep his seat. Absolutely. But we are the ones that put these people in office. We're more powerful than we realize. And we should know this by now. Our dollar alone is what keeps this economy going. Just our dollar alone. Let's step back and look at the whole picture. Our money keeps this country going. Even in its present state, it keeps this country going. We good enough for them to copy. We good enough to raise their babies for them. We were good enough to nurse their babies back in slavery. We were good enough to cook their food for them. Absolutely, Barbara. Because some of those people have that old mentality that they're better. We got to get some new blood in the White House on down. Our president is withering away daily as we speak. He's rotting to death. We putting these old cats in office that should have been done sat the hell down. It's time we get some new innovative people in there. Let's get rid of this good old boy network that we're so accustomed to. We don't have to settle for that anymore. Not anymore. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream now, y'all. I love you guys. And I thank you for sitting with me for the last couple of hours. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow night. I don't know what I'll be talking about tomorrow, but I'll be back nonetheless. I love you guys. You have a wonderful evening. I love you. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Hey, Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. So fine, you blow my mind. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. So fine, you. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine.
Hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing.